are back. Hello. I'm making this video because I'm bored. So, yeah, that's me. All sorts of things happened this weekend, that, rendered me without money, so I can't really go out tonight. So, being no one wants to come and be my friend because everyone hates me, I figured I would just go and do one of these and be like, hey, this is me doing one of these. By the way, I can touch my nose with my tongue. Just, yeah, it's one of those private little skills I have. Yeah. It always surprises me, too, when I meet people. And, when they stick their tongues out, it's like, and like that's as far as they can stick it out. It always is like, wow, you have a very short tongue. So, anyway, yeah, so pretty much this weekend, we recorded the demos, 4 songs for Nemesis Imperium. Should be putting those up on the Nemesis Imperium Facebook page and setting up other stuff for people to be able to hear them on probably Monday. Yeah, so that's, I'm excited for people to hear that stuff. It's some very cool stuff, actually. It's probably heavier than anything I've ever done before, and I'm very proud of it. So, look for that. And also, as I announced last week, I'm working on Houston's book, Pretty Enough. No, actually, I already worked on it. It's already been done. So, sometime winter 2012, it should be coming out. And I also have there's a pre-order page I'll be putting up where pretty much you can pre-order autographed hardcover copy, from her. So, yeah, that's what's going on. It was funny, actually, because I was very stressed out because just the shit I had to deal with before we were recording. Because, as I said, there are people who, I think a lot of people want cool things in their lives, and they want to be able to say they do this and they do that, but when the actual time comes to sacrifice for it, they find excuses. As I was saying a couple days ago, and people on my Facebook know this, but the 2 most important words in the English language are I want. And the reason why is because really all of life focuses around what you will into it. When you think you've had bad luck or whatever, that's not just because the universe has some sort of universal law or whatever. It's because you've willed bad things to happen to yourself. When you want things, if you want them enough, you'll do whatever it takes to get them. And when I say want, as I also said, people sometimes think greed. Like, oh, I want $1 million, I want that guy's wife, whatever. But you also can want, you can want to not be hungry. You can want your mom to survive her operation. You can want a whole bunch of different things, even, what we consider needs are usually based on things we want. People live out in the subway. I did it for a year. Some people live in cardboard boxes. You don't need a home. You may want to have security. You may want to have a place to put your stuff, but you don't need one. Even eating. You need to eat because you don't want to starve. So, and I found this to be, it definitely applies as an artist. A lot of people want to be musicians. A lot of people want to do this and do that. But, okay, yeah, no, we are not going to be talking with fucking Patti Smith playing in the background. There is a time and a place for everything, and this is definitely not. I don't even know why I have this song on there, because I like some Patti Smith songs, but this is not really one of the ones I like. I think I just put the whole album on here or something, and I, you know, have to, you know, I have to basically, okay, lunar music, whatever. So it's like we're going on an adventure. But yeah, as I was saying, a lot of people want to be in a band, they want to be an artist, they want to do this, they want to do that, and they spend all their time fantasizing, and they spend their time, you know, wishing for things, when if you really, really want it, you will throw aside everything else, and you will do it. Because that's the main force in life, because everything in life is about energy, you know, and the main way that energy is manipulated is through your will, and as strong as your will is as much as will come to you, you know. So when I want something, if it's something that I want more than anything else, there is nothing that will stand in my way of getting it. And you know, people often make too many excuses, and they make too many, you know, they do so much to deprive themselves of things, and they can say they want them, but they don't really want them. They wish for them, but they don't want them, because if they wanted them, they would do things to get them. So, you know, but yeah, the reason why I'm saying this is, you know, I was very stressed out, you know, on with a bunch of stuff happening. I had my shower burst, you know, which is fun, and the landlord, you know, can't fix it for like a week, so I have to take baths, and baths are nasty. Yeah, see, he agrees with me. Baths are nasty. So yeah. But yeah, anyway, so, you know, I was kind of just thinking, I was like, you know what I really want is a drink right now, you know, but I suffer from a condition called Meniere's disease, which is a lovely, lovely condition that rendered this ear completely dead. Well, I wouldn't say, when you say dead, it's not silence, it's more like a fucking wind tunnel in my head at all times. I'm sure other people would have gone crazy from it, but I wasn't all there to begin with. So, you know, I haven't taken a drink in about, God, since February of 2009. And not because I was an alcoholic, but because what happens is, I can't have alcohol, I can't have too much sodium, I can't have too much caffeine. What happens is, if I drink, I start getting a ring in my good ear, which is not a good sign, because I only have one good ear. So, you know, I want to drink, but I want to be able to hear a little bit more. So, you know, life, as I said, is about what you want and how much you want it and what you're willing to do to get it, you know? And if it means that I can still be a musician and I can still hear things and I can still do the things I want to do, yeah, I can deal with giving up drinking, you know? So, you know, but yeah, I was really stressed out, and it would have been nice to have a drink. So, one of the other things I discovered about not drinking is that I get laid a lot less. And it's not because I needed, you know, liquid courage or anything like that. It's actually because I found when I'm sober, I have so much less tolerance for people's bullshit. You know, there was a woman I had hung out with, God, I think it was like last year sometime, and, you know, and she was cute. She was really attractive. But, you know, I was sober. And, you know, she was the worst conversationalist I'd ever actually experienced. I mean, she was fucking dumb as a goddamn bag of rocks. She was, you know, every story began with, you know, wow, we were smoking pot, and, you know, you know, hey, you want to smoke pot, that's fine, but most time when people tell stories that start with I was smoking pot, it normally becomes I was smoking pot and someone said something stupid and I laughed. You know, alcohol, when you start a story with alcohol, it's normally like, you know, I got really drunk and I went and I set the barn on fire, and then I stuck my dick into a pig, and then the pig went and killed the Pope, you know, something like that, you know. So, I mean, certain, you know, substances give you more interesting stories, you know, and, you know, Set to anyway, yeah, I'm not going to be singing along to Sam Hain songs here, but, you know, although I should. Safe from my insane they know right impression of God, and no one is safe from my insane storm and us on to hell. Send you love. Anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and I could do the whole fucking song for you, but anyway, yeah. So, you know, and it was like if I was drunk, I totally would have been all over this girl, you know, because when you're drunk, it's like, hey, attractive lady, do her, you know. But when you're sober, it's like, you know, wow, you are like the dumbest person ever, and I hate you, and I want you to get out of my apartment now before I kill you. So, you know, I gotta do one. Alright, thank you. Anyway, so yeah, you know, I'm sure I got the words to that song wrong, because, I don't have the little art book with the Simon Beasley stuff in it, but, so yeah, anyway, but yeah, I was just like, it made me realize the difference between being sober and being drunk is that I have so much less tolerance for people's bullshit when I'm sober, which is funny because I'm somewhat of a belligerent drunk. If you're a guy, I want to beat the shit out of you when you're drunk, you know, if you're not in a band with me. My guitar player, Klebold, can tell you all sorts of stories about what I'm like when I'm drunk. You know, there was this one time where we had just played a show at Wild Spirits, I believe it was, and it's like 2 in the morning. I'm drunk off my fucking ass. We're on near Park Avenue, which is really, you know, 96th and Park. This really ritzy, rich section of the city. And I see this building and it has buzzers and everything, and I just go up and I start pressing every button at like 2 in the morning and drunk off my ass, and someone's like, hello? Who is this? And I'm like, it is the proletariat at your door. I have come to rain justice down upon you and redistribute wealth from those who have it to those who need it. Come down here, you bourgeois piece of shit, so that I may kill you. You know, and I remember Klebold just kind of grabbed me and was like, you know, let's go, man, they're gonna call the police, you know, so. But, yeah, you know, people are dumb, and unfortunately alcohol makes me a lot more tolerant of their dumbness, at least if they're pretty. But, you know, I need now I actually need a woman I can have a conversation with, you know, in order to, I know that seems like a lot to a lot of guys, you know, in order to have sex with someone, but, you know, I need to actually be able to talk to someone, and I need to share interests with a person, you know, so, you know, I guess that's just part of what, you know, happens when you can't drink, you know, so, but yeah, so, you know, I don't really, that's the only time I miss it, really, is when I'm really, really, really stressed out, is when I miss drinking. Otherwise, you know, I was never an alcoholic. I never had to get shit-faced every night, even though, you know, that was pretty much my entire time in England, was me being drunk every night. But that's because those people, you know, drink fucking beer like we drink soda. Well, you know, which also I can't drink, too. That's like a reward. I feel like a fucking old man when I do that, when I, like, reward myself with pizza and soda. Even though I'm not supposed to have them, I can, you know, I can maintain my hearing for, you know, if I only have them, like, once a week or something like that, so. But, yeah, this really, as I said, there wasn't very much point to this. This was me just being bored, and I was like, hey, why don't I make a video? So, that's what I did. So. Anyway, I should be heading off. There's stuff I want to write and games I want to play and some things I want to do, and I also am really anxious to hear. We recorded the demos with Dark Eden's old bass player Dio, or Dave O'Boyle, and you know, I'm really anxious to hear what he's you know, come up with. You know, he's a great guy, and it was really cool to work with him again for Klebold and I. So, you know, I mean, even if he wasn't actually playing any instruments, he was still in the room, and there's a really cool energy when we work with him, you know. But yeah, so, you know, a bunch of stuff to do, and that's pretty much it. So, until next time, oh god, wow, I just thought of like Tales from the Crypt. I don't know if you not Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side. If you remember, like, until next time, try to enjoy the daylight. I think that's what they said. I don't know. It's been years since I've seen Tales from the Crypt. I don't know, I keep saying Tales from the fucking Crypt. Tales from the Dark Side. I remember they used to show it with monsters, and then Friday the 13th, the War of the Worlds. Which, you know, I actually liked those shows when I was like, what, 12 or 13? I don't know when they were, but I remember there were scenes in War of the Worlds that were very cool for a 13 or 14-year-old boy. But yeah, we'll not talk about my early masturbatory habits. So, anyway, yeah, that's it. Fucking comment on this so that I don't go back to, you know, thinking I have to do these every 2 weeks, okay? So, bye.